pleased to welcome Angela from Angela's Swim School to the studio. Hello.
Hi, how are you, Sophie?
Yeah, really well, thank you. How are you?
Doing good, really good, thank you.
Brilliant. So please reintroduce yourself to our listeners.
My name is Angela Wilson. I'm from Angela's Swim School, which I founded in 2002. We currently have 27 venues now that we're running lessons and teaching across Kent and counties far afield. So we're looking to grow the swim school and get more children learning to swim.
Amazing stuff. And you are here this week specifically because it is International Learn to Swim Week.
That's right, Sophie, it is.
And that is a very your thing, isn't it?
It is, yes. Yes, definitely trying to get as many children learning to swim and adults as well as possible to keep them safe.
Yeah, and we're mainly focusing on the fact that it's coming up to summer. People are thinking about the summer holidays.
Right.
And that one thing that you maybe don't think about is the difference of a pool that you learn in here and a difference of a pool that you might have when you're on holiday.
I think that's common for a lot of people, that when they go on holiday, they're so excited. They can't wait to get in the water because it's so hot. But that's something that I think they forget, that the children don't realise the difference of the pool from what maybe they're learning in at home. So when they get on holiday, they want to get in the water, they want to play, they want to enjoy with the other children and other friends. But the pools are also different. And some of the pools can be a lot deeper and also a lot bigger when they get in them. So if they're not able to swim properly, they're not going to stay safe in that pool.
No, that's so true. And like you say before, like the pool might be deeper in the middle, whereas the pool they've learnt to swim in might be deeper at the end. So they might think, oh, I know I can go all the way to the middle. But what if you get into trouble? And it's all about breathing, isn't it? And knowing how to breathe.
It's about learning to swim properly. And I think that's one of the things at the swim school we try to do, is make sure that children can swim properly, breathe properly, and be much safer and much stronger in the water. And by being able to do that, then we know when they go on holiday, we don't have to worry about them as so much. But if they're not strong swimmers and they can't swim more than 25 metres front crawl with bilateral breathing, then they're going to get into difficulty. So we try to encourage parents to remember, when you go on holiday, look at the pools. It will be different for your child. If they're smaller, they need to have armbands on to keep them safe, especially if they're swimming out of their depth.
Absolutely. And we have the thing with you, which is swim smart, swim safe, and swim strong. And that is swim smart, isn't it? Making sure that you know how to swim. You can do all that stuff so that when you go on holiday, you're being smart and you're being safe. I mean, everyone gets excited when they go on holiday. You're so excited to go out to the pool. But there's not often a lifeguard, is there, in any of the pools, really, let alone if you've got a villa.
No, on holidays, when people travel abroad, they do forget this, I think, that the pools don't have lifeguards at every pool. And if you're in a villa, then you're in more of a chance to have problems. So I always say to parents, please look at the villa, make sure it's not so accessible if you've got younger children. Make sure you keep them safe away from the pool. Don't let them go out there going on their own, and keep your eye on your children when they're in the water or around water, because that's so important. Let's have a summer free from drownings. Would be wonderful to actually have a summer where we don't hear that there's been any accidents around the waters this year.
Absolutely, and taking those precautions early on to give them armbands. Take armbands, pack them in your suitcase. They can be completely flat, can't they? The ones that you blow up, they're not going to take up any more space, and it really could save your child's life.
It could. It makes all the difference, I think, just to make sure that they're safe around the water.
It really, really does. Now, in order to be able to swim, you need to learn to swim, and you've got something really exciting going on next week, haven't you?
Next week we're running a trial week for all of our listeners, and if they would like to come along and trial us for £10 at one of our venues. We've got many venues that we're running this at, so we can have everybody come along and bring their mum and dad if they want to learn as well. We're doing lessons for adults and for children to come and trial us next week.
That's the thing. It's not just about the kids, is it? It's about the adults as well.
It is.
How are you ever going to teach your child to swim or look safe in the water if you yourself can't swim?
Yeah, and I think that's something that people forget when they're on holidays, that, the children, they're thinking about the children, making sure that they can swim, but they haven't actually thought about it for themselves. And adults are just as vulnerable as children are if they're not able to swim. So make sure the whole family can swim and be safe and smart for the summer.
Absolutely. And if people want to know more information about you, Angela, or they want to come to the trials or just check you out, what's the best way to do that?
Visit us at www.angelaswimschool.co.uk.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to hear all about the trials next week. I hope they go well. And the biggest thing is to swim smart, swim safe, swim strong. Check your pools on holiday. Don't just let your child run out and jump in. We are all so excited, but we've got to have safety first, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Angela. Thank you.
Thank you.